What's going on, everybody? Welcome to PC Games Journal. I'm your host, Kevin J. Today, we're going to take a look at a game called Bloodline Champions. This is a mobile game. We're going to go over the four unique mechanics while providing some context, and then we're going to give it my final review. So let's get into it. The first unique mechanic is that some of your enemies are hidden behind a wall. In order to get to the other side, you would have to use your teleportation. After that, you have traveled to the other side. You would then be able to attack and kill your enemy. The second unique mechanic is that each skill is unique to its own. So you have your own set of conditions, rule sets, incentives, and tax per skill. So conditions would be such things as cooldowns. It tells you how long it would take to recharge. And then you have your, what's this here? You have your cast time, which is your rule set. So that's uh, how many attacks are allowed per turn. And then you have your incentive called energy gains. So each time you use that skill, you would be able to earn a small amount of percentage of that incentive. And then your tax would be EX energy cost. So each time you uh, use that skill, it would tax you a small amount of percentage. The third unique mechanic is that you have some skills like gripping fire. It tells you exactly what amount of damage is allowed and what is exempt. So what is allowed would be such things as gripping fire, project attack that does 160 damage and inflicts slow and knocks target back. And the exemption would be like reduces movement by 20% and lasts for 2 seconds. Another exemption would be such thing as like molten shackles. Like it tells you what damage amount is allowed under what is exempt. So that'd be like deals 120 or 80 damage and inflicts modern shackles bounces between enemy champions by up to 2 times. Each bounce reduces damage. And then you have things like Mullen shackles. This would also be what is allowed and what is exempt. So it says like becomes unable to cast abilities, reduces movement speed by 50%. So that would also be a exemption, and then reduces damage taken by 100%. So that is what is allowed, and then energy gains from every attacks are reduced by 75%. That's exemption, and then there's breaks after absorbing 240 damage lasts up to 2.7 seconds and or 14 seconds. So that's like what is allowed and also the exemption. The fourth unique mechanic is that you have two types of attacks. You have your spectral attacks, which is a partial attack only if you're mid to long range, resulting in partial dealt damage to enemy. And successful strikes are damages that are close range attacks, which counts as critical dealt damages. Each of these strikes have their own initial cooldowns on top of your skills cooldowns, which are your secondary cooldowns. So each strike counts as powering up, and each of these skills are primary cooldowns, like your main cooldowns. In this sense, you have to be very patient and meticulous with timing your use of attacks and next attacks. In with the final reviews. So the good is that the game has excellent matchmaking and ranking system. The game requires very strategic timings of your attacks and cooldowns. The bad is that the servers are not very populated right now. As far as the ratings, I give this game a 4 out of 5 asteroids as an excellent. And that concludes our video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.